So next segment, we're talking about continuing the conversation with the lighting company. And the best part about, and we're talking about custom apps and internal apps, the best part about this app that we're doing for his customer base is he's going to be able to go to his sales staff and now give them a reason to call their customer base. They have thousands and thousands of customers. The sales rep, the internal sales reps and external sales reps will be able to make the call and say, you know, dear Mr. Customer, we're excited about our new mobile app. Please go and download our mobile app, and we're going to give you a discount on your next purchase. We haven't figured out what we're going to give them yet, but it could be a discount on their next purchase. It could be a small gift. We talked about, you know, all these little marketing gifts that we can buy inexpensively. So he's leaning towards a gift. You know, it could be a pen, it could be a cup holder. Who knows? It could, you know, it could be a picture of the Oregon Ducks offense. I don't know. But he's excited that he now is going to use the mobile app as a prospecting tool, as a vehicle to have a new conversation with an old customer. He got it. Now, this is my third official visit. I started talking to them 6 months ago. 6 months ago, they were somewhat interested. The first meeting was with the owner, who is not a techie. The second meeting, he called in the IT department, and today he called in the IT department and the marketing people. When we meet next week, we're calling in the whole management team. Now he's excited. Between the time I originally started talking to him and 6 months ago, he's had many conversations, including the conversation that he had with his wife. Because I asked him, I said, Andy, how come all of a sudden you're excited about talking to me about a mobile app? And look, I'm not saying my style is perfect or it's right, but I'm one of these guys that asks questions. I was curious. He's really excited about this mobile app. He said, could I come out? Really tomorrow is when he wanted me to come back out, and I said, no, next week. So I was curious. I said, I'm just curious. I said, how come you're so excited about a mobile app? That's kind of my way of doing the negative sell or the pushback. And he says, I had a conversation with my wife this week. And I said, what was the conversation? He says, well, she lives on our mobile apps. I said, really? I said, does she buy anything? He said, heck yes. So I said, okay. I said, so I'll come out and we'll talk about how we're going to help you increase sales. But I said, I'm going to do my homework. I said, we've had a couple of meetings now. This guy has been in business a long time. And I don't care what business you're in, you always have these little ebb and flows of how sales go. So he's going to use the mobile app also to incentivize his customers to buy more often. He's going to use the push notification to educate. And what I did was I went online and looked at a lot of lighting companies' websites. And one of the biggest, there were actually two sites, one out of Ohio and one out of LA. And they were sites that were extremely informative and really educational. And I showed him the websites, and he said to me, can we do this on a mobile app? I said, absolutely. So here we are today, and of course now the price comes up. He says, Coach, this is great, and we're excited. We want to move forward. We're going to see you next week. He says to me, what do you think, what are we looking at for cost? And I said, Andy, I said, it's too early. I said, after next week, I'll put together a quote for you, but I'm not going to do it till I meet with my team of designers and graphic artists. We may have to call somebody else in to write some code. Probably will, because we want to tie into your existing management system. So towards the end of the meeting, he asked me again in a different way, and I basically said the same thing. And then he's walking me out of the building. He said, just give me an idea. And I said, Andy, I know you want a price. Look, if I was in your shoes, I would ask me 5 times like you did today. I said, it's so unprofessional. I use this same explanation because I believe in my heart that as a professional, look, if you go in a doctor's office and he starts prescribing medicine on the first call and he hasn't done an exam, no, that doesn't work for me. The other thing is, and again, I'm not saying I'm right, but I want to do my homework. I want to investigate. I want to research. Are there other lighting companies like his? And I haven't found any. That's another thing. I haven't found anything like his that has a mobile app. So I'm going to be ultra careful that when I talk to our team, that I get the price right. So we're probably going to be somewhere in the $50,000 to $70,000 range for both apps. For both apps. And probably it's going to take us somewhere around a month or more to build the app. And I told him that. I said a high quality app like this is probably going to take about a month or so. Now maybe we can build it sooner, but one of the things I've learned over the years, I've learned it the hard way when I was younger, is creating false expectations. If anything, I go the other way. I create the unexpected expectation. You know, a lot of people say, well, how long will it take to build the app? And I'll tell them 5 years, and everybody laughs. So the custom app today is something that, and this is, I would consider this a medium-sized company, employs a little over 100 people. I don't know how many reps he has around the country. He's got about 12 people in his call center. So, you know, that's a small to medium-sized company. And during the very first conversation, he shared with, because I asked him, I went through the 10 questions, and I asked him how he communicated with his community. I said, do you go to trade shows? Do you advertise? And he said, absolutely. He said, we'll spend $25,000 to $30,000 easy on a trade show, and we'll do 3 or 4 a year. All right, so I'm going to take a pause and I'll come back on another segment. Where do you fish? Which pond do you fish in for the custom app?